Hello everyone, Swaraj here, and it's Diwali time, and it's a time of Goddess Lakshmi. We pray Goddess Lakshmi, we pray God of Dhanvantari. So yesterday was Dhanteras, so it was the day of Lord Dhanvantari. We pray him for prosperity and good health. So we prayed him yesterday. Tomorrow is going to be Lakshmi Puja, goddess of prosperity, wealth, and happiness. So on this day I thought let's discuss on a very abstract subject called wealth. That is wealth generation, how to do it, what are the ways to do it, what is the psychology behind it, what is the mindset behind it. So what is the definition of wealth? So this is going to be a video series, and we are going to do systematically short videos about definitions of wealth. What are the methods of generating wealth, what is the mindset behind wealth, what are the attitudes that you should have to generate wealth. So let's start with this is the first part, so let's start with definition of wealth. So what is wealth? That is the main question. So I thought, is there any one definition of wealth? Fixed definitions. So I thought, let's do a survey and find out what is definition of wealth, because I myself could not find a generalized definition of wealth. So then I did a survey. I did a survey amongst my friends on Facebook, on WhatsApp and other mediums, and I personally called people and asked, personally met people and asked around me, my friends, my relatives, and the people, my neighbors and surrounding people around. So I'll read out some of the answers that I got from my friends on social media. So one of the person replied, wealth is satisfaction. That means whatever you do, you should have satisfaction in that. One of my friends said, wealth is something which holds value, your assets, your solid and liquid wealth. Another of my friends said, a balance between financial expenditure and savings. It depends on the lifestyle of the individual, and this balance and saving which makes him satisfied, that is called wealth. These the definition about the value of asset and this definition which I read perfectly fits somewhere where I'm talking about. Now so this definition, value of assets and the balance of financial expenditure and savings, are tangible definitions. Let's read some more tangible definitions. Your possession which is valued by others. That is one of the answers that I got. Then one of my friend also said, the empire that you build, the continuous inflow and outflow of money, then strong assets, those are tangible definitions. Then I got many intangible definitions also, like wealth is satisfaction in what you do. Then one of my friends said, wealth is inner being, joyfulness, quality of life, and enjoying small and ordinary pleasures of life. My relative said, peace of mind is wealth. Then one of my friends said, the breath you take, that is wealth. Yes, the breath you take, your life itself is very, very valuable. So that is wealth. Then another friend of mine said that it's experiencing the multiverse and understanding that whatever you are, you're just a small happening in this big universe. You're smaller than a piece of sand in this universe. So that is a very spiritual definition. Then another person said, ability to sleep well at night. That is a very good definition. You should be able to sleep well at night. Spending your time with family, your kids, and your job satisfaction, that is well. So I got tangible answers also, intangible answers also. And then these friends I did survey on social media, all of these my friends are well off. They have very stable jobs, they have savings, they have very good family backing, and that is why some of these people have intangible definitions like spirituality and ability to spend time with family, and it is very good. So you should understand. Now this is the perspective of people who have stable life, stable savings, stable income. That is the perspective. I asked the same question to workers around my there are many real estate development projects going around my residence, and I asked those workers. Some people in a family, both husband and wife, work in a development site as workers. Some ladies work in some other houses as maids, servants. Some work in hotels. Some work as their kids. Some of their kids work as delivery boys for Swiggy and Zomato. And their answer was money, which is enough, because they work on these daily jobs. They get daily salary, wages, and there is no surety that some site will close down someday and they might lose their daily wage. Or some lady is fired from her maid position and she might lose her salary. So their answer was money enough, so that they can ensure daily food on their table, medicine for their kids, education for their kids. So that was their definition, and their definition was very, very tangible. And then I asked people who are working in top management. I know some people who are working in top management in companies, and I asked, so their definition was, I'm totally into my job, I have lot of money, my salary is good, I have built assets, I have house, my kids are studying in good schools, my wife is also working, but we both do not get time to spend with them. So time is very valuable for us, and whenever on weekends they get time, they completely spend it with their kids. So their definition is different. I asked some businessmen who have multiple businesses, and they also say the same thing. I have lot of money, but rarely I get time to spend with my family and my kids, and during that time I seize that time and I go abroad or go to some place and I spend a good holiday with them and I come. So I understood from this survey that the definition of wealth cannot be put on a specific, you cannot put a specific definition. But I found out parameters to measure wealth. Money and asset. So assets are built by money, and the time also, how much you spend on development, on earning this money, on generating this wealth, are the parameters. Money and time are the parameters of wealth. So wealth is balance of money and time. That is what I feel. You should have enough money to spend time in gaining knowledge, in spending time with your family, or gaining spiritual knowledge, and that is called wealth. And you should have enough time to learn about ways to generate more and more money, so that all money and this time stays in balance. And that is what I feel is the definition of wealth. Because with money you can generate long-term assets, you can invest somewhere where you don't have to take a lot of efforts, and your money will keep on generating, so that you have time to explore spiritual path, and also have time to spend with your family, also have time to spend on your own health, so that you don't spend a lot of time in hospital. So that is the definition, a balance of money and time. That is wealth. So some examples of measurement of wealth by money and time. So Sundar Pichai, he earns 3.5 crores per day as a salary. So you can see he is spending his time in working as Google's CEO, and from that he is able to generate 3.5 crores per day. And Mr. Mukesh Ambani, the richest person in India, he is earning 300 crores. Last year he earned 300 crores per day. That is from his salary also, and from the stock that he owns inside, the shares that he owns in Reliance Industries that went up. So he earned 300 crores per day. So 300 crore rupees and per day, 24 hours. So that is money and time. These are the parameters of wealth. Now why only money and time? People might think. Because see, I know that money is not the full, money does not solve all the problems, but money can solve more than 70% of your problems. Your health care, your education of your kids, your own education sometimes, your own, the gadgets that you need to stay updated about the world, or say health insurance that you have to take, life insurance that you have to take, the house that you have to buy, the vehicle that you need to commute. or say the money for the tickets that you have to travel somewhere for work or for or say pleasure, say holidays, all that is solved by money. The definitions that wealth is well-being, joyfulness, inner peace, and all can also be replaced with happiness. Happiness is inner peace, joyfulness, enjoying small pleasures. Then happiness is there is another definition. Say happiness is satisfaction in what you do. So there, my friend, put wealth is satisfaction of what you do. You can replace the word wealth and happiness. So what can you do with money? You can buy health insurance for your whole family. You can buy life insurance for yourself, so that something unfortunate happens to you, your family is taken care of. No doubt they will not be happy, but their basic needs of food, medicine, and all those things will be taken. Education, that will be taken care of. Now with money you can provide education, very good education for your family. It doesn't have to be expensive school, but at least you can pay their tuition fees. Then you can buy shelter, that is house for your family with money. And most of these problems, so roti kapda makan in India, or roti kapda makan and dawai, that is a new definition. Previously the old people used to not get frequently ill, but the new generation, because of our lacking lifestyles, there is 4 parameters for well-being. Roti kapda, not well-being, sorry, necessities, the basic needs. Roti kapda makan dawai, that is food, clothing, shelter and healthcare. And I add another one, that is the 5th, education. These 5 are basic necessities. So when I was doing MBA, I came across, in the subject of marketing management, I came across a theory of Maslow's theory, where in marketing we were discussing about the needs and wants of people. And most of the products that the companies introduce in the market target either needs or either wants. What is needs? Needs are basic needs, and wants are something after fulfilling the needs, they want something more. So those are wants. So Maslow basically defined it in form of pyramid and every level. So at the bottom there is psychological needs. Psychological needs are food, water, warmth, and rest. And then there are safety needs, security and safety, that is shelter and all those things. So those are basic needs. Next comes psychological needs. Those are belongingness and love, that is relationship with your friends and family. Those are belongingness and love needs. Then and then there is esteem needs, that is prestige, feeling of accomplishment. Someone should come and appreciate you, they should respect you, they should talk about you, that you are a very good person, you are a very good person in the society. They should feel ease to have friendship with you. So those are esteem needs. And next one is, that is at the top level, that is self-actualization, achieving one's full potential, including creative activities. Self-actualization can be also somewhat like having spiritual realization, like, okay, I have done everything in my life, my basic needs of my family and myself are achieved, now I want to stay in my own happiness. So that is self-actualization. Or say self-actualization can be something like Warren Buffett donating 90% of his wealth to charity. That is self-actualization. He feels now he has done everything in his life and all my wealth should go to charity and do welfare. Bill Gates, he also donated 90% of his wealth. So that is called self-actualization. What happens, what Maslow said was, from lower level, when a person achieves his basic needs, safety, security, food, water, and all this, healthcare also included in that is called basic need. Next, he tries to achieve psychological needs, where that is relationship with family, say wife or your boyfriend or girlfriend, or say friends. You try to form a group of friends where you can share your whatever thoughts you have. And it's also of self-esteem, that is people should respect him or her, or there should be a social connection around the people around that person. So those are psychological needs. So once he achieves basic need, he tries to achieve psychological needs. Once psychological needs are achieved, he tries to move on to self-actualization, where he feels he has to do something without any tangible connection like charity. There is no tangible gain from charity. Someone might say something good for us for some time, but inside himself, he feels he has done something very good. So that is self-actualization. So that is what a person like Maslow theorized, and his theory is very. So what you can understand from Maslow's pyramid is that a person will first try to earn money enough for his food, shelter, medication, education for people, for the family and all, and then he will try to move to the next level, that is psychological needs, where he should have good friends, good social community. His community should be good enough, his circle should be good enough, and once he does that, he will try to move on to the next level of satisfaction, that is self-actualization. In self-actualization, he'll try to earn so much wealth that he will do some charity, or he himself will work for some social group, or say some welfare group, or say some charity foundation. He'll go and work as a volunteer. So if someone has to move to the top of the pyramid, that is self-actualization, that is the highest state of happiness, like inner peace or doing something good for someone, his basic needs should be satisfied. If his basic needs are satisfied, if he has earned enough money so that full lifetime of his basic needs are satisfied, he'll try to satisfy psychological needs and above self-actualization needs. So this is what I feel is definition of wealth, wherein you should have enough money and enough time to achieve all your goals of happiness, achieve all the goals of your security for your family, security terms in terms of food, shelter, medication, education. And after achieving that, you should have enough time to spend time with your family and your friends to have happiness, and you should have enough wealth and enough time so that you can do some charity, some social work for the people in your community and for the people who need your time and money. So that is the definition of wealth. Next, in the next part of the video, we will discuss what are the methods of generating wealth, what are traditional methods, and what are the methods that can be done without any much effort.